What's going on, you guys? Dallas Cowboy football news season review. 4-12 Cowboys, horrible year. Um, the Tony Romo went down, Dez went down. You know the ripple effect. We couldn't trust Joseph Randle. The season was just a disaster, and that last game with the Redskins, I mean, that was what the Cowboys have been in just 4 quarters throughout the whole 17 weeks of the season. Um, it just wasn't a good wasn't a good year. Obviously, I mean the record speaks for itself. But there was a lot of expectations, a lot of hope for this year, and we were just overconfident, I guess. And we knew Brandon Whedon, you know, was Brandon Whedon. He came from the Browns, and get. I said Brandon Whedon was trash. I did say that. He did win with Houston, but he's supposed to do that. I mean, you got cut, you got embarrassed by a team. Of course, your next team, you're gonna hold a grudge. You got a chip on your shoulder. You want to go out and prove something. But can Brandon Whedon do it again? Probably not. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, Houston Texas fans, before you get all cocky. Um, he had something to prove. I mean, if that was me, I probably would have done the exact same thing, played lights out, because I had something to prove. Um, but then we got Matt Castle, and I was like, it's Matt Castle time. And then it wasn't good. I mean, I think the next video after I said it's Matt Castle time, I was like, guys, I didn't even see Matt Castle play. I don't even know the last time he played. So that was a disaster. And then we got Kellen Moore, future. That's what I think. I think he don't have he can throw it. He's semi accurate, but I think with more starts and more reps, this kid's gonna grow into something special. And he's a lefty, which is pretty cool. Um, Off season moves, man. Holy smokes! Don't sign Greg Hardy back. Do not. I was all for it. I stuck up for the guy. He was more of a distraction than he was a player on the football field. He just disappeared. It's kind of like Terrence Williams disappeared. We got a lot of rebuilding to do. Seriously, we have no reliable players. I mean, your quarterback goes down. You're at least supposed to win half your football games. Seriously, you are. Like, what team doesn't do that? It's crazy to me. It's freaking nuts that we went 1-11 without our starting quarterback. 1-11. 1-11. We got to do better than that. Seriously. Jason Garrett's coming back. Which I like Jason Garrett. I do. I like his philosophy on things. I like the way he interacts with the players. I mean, Scott Linehan, I think, needs to get fired. There was a lot of times when we were in the red zone and we turned the ball over. There was a lot of times we were in the red zone and we didn't run the ball. There was a lot of times we were in the red zones and we called fades to Dez Bryant and overthrew and stuff like that. Situations like that, you're not going to get any points. You're not going to win any ball games. You're not going to do anything but just turn the ball over, obviously, and that's exactly what happened. Rod Marinelli, the defense. Brandon Carr, straight trash. 2 years in a row, not a single interception. 2 years in a row, not a single interception. Trash. Morris Claiborne played a lot better this year. If we can get him cheap, get him cheap. But if he's demanding money, no, we invested too much in you. You're pretty much half hurt, like 75% of your career. If you don't want to take this cheap deal, then go ahead and go ruin someone else's defense. But Alonzo Scandrick being out did hurt. It really, really did. Randy Gregory had that high ankle sprain, never came back the same, didn't record a sack. Um, Tyron Crawford, it seemed like he played hurt all year with a shoulder injury or something like that. Des Bryant's foot. There's players have to step up, and if we don't have those players behind our number ones, why are they even on the roster? That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. But that's pretty much a season review, guys, and it was horrible. It was a horrible year. It was nauseating. I got a headache, and I'm just glad it's over with. Lots of rebuilding this offseason. Uh, Cowboys currently have like $12 million in cap. If they cut Brendan Carr, that will free up like 8. Restructure Doug Free and Sean Lee and Tyron Smith. They can get up to like 23 million in cap space. So look for the Cowboys obviously to do that. Rummel's base salary is only 8 million instead of the 20 million that it's been last couple of years. So that's where all the money still's coming from, which is good. But Dallas Cowboy football news, guys. Drop some comments down. Let's talk some off-season football. Let's talk some Dallas Cowboy football. Let's talk something. I love interacting with my boys, with my Cowboys fans. You know what I mean? So let me know what y'all think. To Dallas Cowboy football news, Cowboy Nation. Peace.